Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be cooking the ultimate purple loadout. It has been super fun to do these ultimate loadouts. Obviously they end up at an insane price, but it is just kind of cool to sit down and see like, right, March 2024, if you had like unlimited budget, what are you building out? So that's what we're going to do today. Before I get into it, the capsules released last night, at least for my time of recording. So I've got a couple. I'm going to open one here on this video just to see what we can get. We're probably going to get papers, but at least I get a Navi paper, the team that I would love to see go win the major. And let's get into this ultimate purple loadout. Alright, so to kick things off, knife and glove combo, you can see it here. I'm going to be going for Minware Pandora's Box. You could go fact new, but I think Minware is all you need, and they alone are $10,000. And then I've gone for a Karambit Doppler, but Sapphire, which I know it gets a little bit of blue in it now, which isn't ideal, especially for those that have bought it, but I still think this knife looks absolutely insane. So knife and glove combo, $19,000 Pandora box and a Sapphire. Perfect. When it comes to the Glock, I'm going to go for a fade. Now, obviously, different fade percentages exist, so you can get one that's got a bit more purple on it. I honestly had the Moonrise still in consideration for this, but I think people would probably go for the fade and put some purple stickers on it. And this is like a $1,600 skin. Well, some of them are crazy. Some of them are not so crazy because I'm going to go for a factory new purple DD-Pat USP, which is just under $14 in the factory new. So this is a bit more of a fair price. Now, someone did request that we start putting in some P2000, so I've gone for an Imperial Dragon. This one's Battle Scarred. Now, the thing with Battle Scarred here is it gets a slight purple tint on the top of it. Although it's not perfect in hindsight, but I still think this is probably the only real good option for the P2K. The other option would be the Acid Etch, actually. So if you don't like the Imperial Dragon, you don't like it doesn't get too purpley, then it's going to be the Acid Etch, which is a similar sort of price. I think it's actually cheaper. The Desert Eagle will be the Ocean Drive. Now, I have seen some people working in the workshop to try and do a bit of a, I'm going to call it a basic, but like a subtle Desert Eagle design, but has like just a full color and some accents. I've seen them in like purple, green, and I think black as well. I think we need a purple one of those because I love the Ocean Drive 4, but it does have this mix of like 3 other colors through it. So a pure purple Deagle would be nice, but this for, I mean, it's $124 fact new, but the grand scheme of how much this costs, that's cheap. The AK-47 for me is going to be a Neon Rider. I couldn't really go for anything else. Yes, this gets some blue and like cyan on it, but overall, it's a purple skin, and it's $120 for factory new, and it looks super clean. Now, we are going to have the new kid on the block. It's going to be the Black Lotus in factory new. Just look at that effect, this beautiful skin. Now, obviously, always gets. It only got added in like a month ago. $50 for this in factory new. This is already a really nice budget skin. Then for the Emperor A4, I'm going to go into a Dragon King. I know this is a mix of purple and blue. The other option would have really been a Desolate Space. But personally, factory new Dragon King wins for me, and it's about $25. Over on the op, we're going to go for an Onitaji. This is one of my favorite ops in the game, quite possibly top 5. Obviously, the very back gets red and like the sort of devil on it, but when you use it normally in game, this is how it's going to look, and I think it just pairs in perfectly. So when I always do my budget purple loadout, you'll notice that I never really put in a purple MP9. And it's because the only purple MP9 is the Wild Lily, which costs almost $2,000. Now, don't get me wrong, this design is beautiful. Like, this style of artwork and the Wild Lotus artwork, I love. I want to see more of it, but it's a little bit pricey. We are going to get another fade here. This one's a bit more nice on the price. It's going to be a Mac 10 fade for $30 in factory new. You can see the purple fade percentage here of what I mean, where you get a higher fade. It's going to look pretty good. And again, you could just smack some purple stickers onto it for the bits that aren't as purple. The P250 of choice is going to be the Vino Primo. Right now, there's not really any other options, so we're kind of like forced into this pick. And then the Decimator will be the Tech 9 of choice, almost $40 for this in factory new. Now, it's worth saying, a lot of these skins you could buy in minimal wear rather than factory new and cut a decent bit of the price, but we're going for the ultimate where budget doesn't matter, so we're going factory new. For the Famish, you could go for the Rapid Eye movement, but I prefer going for the Pulse here. It's a bit of this like pinky purple, but it doesn't get those creepy ass eyes, and it's about $5-6. For the Gale, you do get an insanely nice skin in the Phoenix Blacklight. Just under $60 this in factory new. It is pattern based, so you will get to see different patterns for it. You can pick slightly different ones, but across the board, it's going to look super good like this. Now, for the 5.7, I've gone for something a bit different. There is the new hybrid that you could pick, which is the new gun model. But I've gone for the Hyper Beast, and you guys can crucify me in the comments. I think this is a pinky sort of purple color. I've been called colorblind a couple times recently. This is your cue to call me colorblind for this, but I think if we're going ultimate, I'm just going to go for the Hyper Beast. I don't really care. The Joe Berettas are going to be the Moon in Libra. These are fairly cheap at $4. I think in the grand scheme, I wouldn't normally even want to drop $4 in these, but they do fit in quite nicely to the loadout. A $40 SG, yes please. It's the Ultraviolet, and do I know what I love about this? Is that the scope gets this full purple. Not many SG scopes actually get color or detail, so the fact that you get this absolutely mint purple scope, I absolutely love. Now, for the AUG, you can cue me butchering the pronunciation. There's always one skin in each video. It is the Akihabara, Accept. I think that's it. It's the anime skin that's bloody almost $4,000. No idea how it's this expensive. I know it has like 1v5 clutch and get wrecked on it, and it's an anime skin, so it hits a bit of a niche market maybe, but I don't know. I can't see how this is this price. But here we go. It fits in. For the XM, I'm going to go for a Ziggy, which is a mix of like the silver, green, and purple. I'm pretty sure it's pattern based, so you can get ones with a bit more purple if you wish. This one's super cheap in like $1.41. And then our last fade of today's video is going to be the MP7. Factory new, this will run you $9. And again, fade percentage can change things. You can put stickers over it if you really want to. And then I'll end things off with the Scout, and I'm going to go for a Turbo Peak at $12. I do think this is going to be the best Scout to go for. I used to really like it as like my probably like top 5, maybe even my favorite Scout. It's gone down the list a little bit since, but for purple, it's still definitely the best option. Now, I know some of you guys will have been sat there this whole time saying, look at this, he's not using stickers. If you want the Ultimate one, it has to have stickers, but I have some sticker suggestions at the end here. The ultimate, the best of the best, is the LDLC Holos from Kato 2014. These have purple and blue and a bit of pink, and if you smack them on a Neon Rider, it's going to look insane. I somehow did a Battle Scarred Neon Rider rather than a factory new, but here we are, it still looks boss. Now, one that counts as purple on all the sites, but it's a very pinky purple, is going to be the ROPS foils from Krakow. These are insanely nice. The signature's really nice and big, and the stickers are huge. These are about $300 each. For the cheaper option, it's going to be the London Conspiracy Holos from Cologne 2016. Nope, I lied. They're from Cologne. I knew it was from Cologne. They're from Cologne 2014. And these are about $130 per sticker. And then my last craft suggestion is going to be the Rocks Holos. These are $85 per sticker. These are probably the best signatures you're going to get. These look crazy good, especially on a Black Lotus. Now, this loadout is insane. It is an ultimate loadout at the end of the day. It has to be insane. Total cost, minus the crafts, would be $27,000 and $700. That is an insane amount of money. But it does build you one hell of a Counter-Strike loadout. So, why don't you guys let me know which skin was your favorite from today? I think I'm going to have to go Sapphire Knife, even though it's been updated and it's kind of nerfed a little bit to CS2. I think it just looks so damn good for the purple. Let me know which color you want to see next for this scene. We have covered a few so far, but there's probably another few that we still need to cover. So let me know your preference, and we'll try and aim for that. Outside of that one, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.